Hails Neo Barbarians, Alex from Inner War Strength here. Today I wanted to talk about one of my absolute favorite bicep exercises, which is also probably one of the most underrated bicep exercises that not many people are maybe aware of. Okay, but before we get into that, check out this sick War Skull hoodie. Get it only from innerwarstrength.co. Now, what's this bicep exercise I'm talking about? I'm not talking about easy bar curls. I'm not talking about barbell curls. I'm not talking about preacher curls or concentration curls. I'm talking about the one and only, the humble incline dumbbell curl. So what does that look like? Well, let's watch a video of me doing it, and we'll come back and talk about 3 reasons why you need to be adding incline dumbbell curls to your programming. Let's check it out. All right, Neo Barbarian. So check it out. I've got an incline bench set up at around 15 degrees here, and I'm sitting on it with my butt in the corner. My upper back and my lats are locked onto the pad. The rest of my body is completely stationary. The only thing that is moving are essentially my elbows. All right, only my elbows are bending here. So my hips aren't moving. The rest of my body is completely steady, and I am just flexing my elbows and curling these dumbbells up and then releasing them back down in a very controlled manner. Now you can see that the dumbbells are moving behind my body rather than, like, you know, resting on my legs or in front of them or anything like that. So I'm getting a complete stretch. My elbow is completely extended in the bottom position, and I'm really suffering, man. These things are tough. Yep, it's over. All right, so as you can see, the incline dumbbell curl, even with not very much weight, can be quite challenging. So here's 3 reasons why you need to be programming incline dumbbell curls in your program. Number 1, they are strict. So because you're not standing, and in fact you're seated in an incline, there's nowhere for your hips to move or your shoulders to move, or, you know, for you to cheat the weight out of the hole. Okay, so your torso, your shoulders, your low back, your hips, your glutes, everything is kind of locked in place. Everything is kind of stable. Okay, and the only way for you to get the weight up is to use your biceps. Right, your shoulders aren't going to be doing any work because you're in an incline position. Your hips aren't going to be doing any work because, well, you're sitting down. So there's no way for you to cheat. So they absolutely effectively 100% isolate the biceps in the movement, and there's no ego lifting either. Okay. Number 2, there is a greater range of motion and stretch as opposed to something like an easy bar curl or barbell curl. Okay. Because your arms hang down lower in an incline dumbbell curl, they hang down lower behind your body at the bottom because you're using dumbbells, right? You don't have a barbell resting on your legs or on your hips or whatever. They create a much deeper bicep stretch. Okay. Now, training at longer muscle lengths and using a longer range of motion, guess what? You're going to have a much better hypertrophic effect than doing something like partials or, you know, using less range of motion with a barbell or something. So because you're using a greater range of motion, you're also forced to use less weight, which means you're going to have more control over the rep. You're going to be able to do more to failure and reach failure, you know, much better than using like higher weights where you're going to be doing like maybe 5 reps or something. It's going to force you to do more work. Okay. And therefore you're going to get a better effect. So you can see from the video, I was using really light dumbbells, 10 kilo dumbbells. Okay. And I did like something like in excess of 20 reps, or, you know, what even, I didn't even count. I just went until I couldn't curl anymore. Right. And I guarantee you, even just using light dumbbells, you're going to get an insane bicep pump doing this exercise. Okay. Now, the number 3 reason, which is also kind of related, is there is no stress on the rest of your body, right? In a standing curl, dumbbell curl, barbell curl, whatever it is, you're going to use some of your body to help force the weight out of the bottom, at least, you know, in the last few reps. Okay, it's just the way it is. So because you're seated, there's absolutely no standing momentum. Your hips aren't going to be doing any work. Your shoulders aren't going to be doing any work. So that means there's going to be less stress on the rest of your body. So especially if you have something like if you have shoulder issues or something, your shoulders aren't going to be doing any of the work to lift the weight. It's all going to be on your biceps. And also, if you have something like elbow tendonitis or lifter's elbow, as you know, many of us do from time to time, these will definitely help you rehab, right? So you can just choose like a lightweight, just, you know, get some 5 kilo dumbbells, 7.5 kilo dumbbells, whatever it is, just some really lightweight that you can curl for tons of reps. They are absolutely wonderful at helping with your elbow tendonitis and lifter's elbow, at least in my experience. All right, your mileage may vary. So, and also because the weight is hanging down by your side rather than resting on a pad or a bench or something, like as in a preacher curl, um, it's not going to fool you into thinking that you're stable when you're actually not, right? So one of the disadvantages of, like, let's say a preacher curl or something is that when you extend your elbow and your, you know, forearm or the dumbbells resting on the pad, um, you might think that you have a little bit more strength and you can use a heavier dumbbell, where in fact you can't, and you're actually placing a lot more stress on your biceps than you probably should be, right? So they keep you honest. Well, those are my three reasons why I absolutely love the incline dumbbell curl. I think they're a fantastic exercise. And the way I like to program these is I'll do them, you know, you can do them multiple times a week, and you should be doing them multiple times a week. Maybe at the end of like a, you know, a bench workout or overhead press or whatever, as a great accessory workout for, you know, the upper body stuff. You should be doing like 3 to 4 sets to failure, right? So choose a weight that you can do for like more than 12 to 15 reps or whatever, and just have at it, man. And I guarantee you those pythons will turn into fucking monstrous anacondas before you even know it. All right, let me know what you think. If you like this exercise tip, like and subscribe, leave a comment below. Let me know if you've tried these before, and you know what your results were, and I'll catch you in the next one. Make sure you support the war against atrophy at innerwarstrength.co, and I'll catch you later.